start the presentation. So I would like all of you, this section is being recorded, and please mute your mic and do not share your presentation slide and also whatever video or camera. So next one, type in your question in the chat. All right, if you have any question, type into chat group, and we will have a Q&A towards to the end of the section. All right. Thank you, everyone. Now I pass the time to Miss Edison.
Thank you, Jackson.
Yes.
And good morning, everyone. I hope you can hear me well. Let me load up my slides. And can everyone see me?
Yes, we can see the slide.
Okay.
I think you shared the slots from agency town hall. Hi. Oops.
Okay.
You are back.
Yes. I hope you can see my slide now. So without further ado, I will get started. And very pleased to be here and very pleased to be able to have the opportunity to share this with you. Buongiorno, hello from the marketing team. So the marketing team is headed by my boss, I Ping. She's standing right in the middle of the picture, and I am on the left-hand side or on her right-hand side. So the lady, the second lady there. So what is under marketing? So I think it's looking after brand marketing and communications. Somehow something is wrong. So can you still see my slide, everyone?
Yes, I can see your slide.
Okay. So
but the slide is not moving.
Something is wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So under marketing, there's brand marketing and communications, and that's headed by me, Alison. And we also have customer experience team as well as digital tools team under IPing. So it's headed by Nimala as well as Alan respectively. So what does brand marketing and comms do? So we look after the brands. So that includes creating the brand awareness and all the guardian of all the product materials. And we are also managing the corporate communication and media relation, social media, all the social channels that we have, sustainability or CR related, crisis communication, as well as sponsorship. So if you need any support on all these areas, please feel free to reach out to us. And also, or else you could reach out to your servicing officer and they'll be in touch with us. So welcome to Generali. I think you probably have heard about Generali, but today's session is really to bring you through in details who is Generali and where we are currently in Malaysia. So at a glance, Generali is a global insurer with a history of more than 990 years, and we are now operating in more than 50 countries. So we have a very decentralized corporate culture. So the strength of it is it leaves the local market, which is us, ample space to grow and to customize or make things relevant for our local stakeholders. And we really draw strengths from our Generali group because of their expertise through their global lines as well as their global communities of practice. So Generali Group in 2022 has an increase of 1.5% in terms of GWP, and we have reached 81.5 billion euros in GWP last year, and our combined ratio is about 93.2, and we are growing strong in terms of solvency ratio. We are also one of the best global digital strategy insurer and world top 10 largest insurer. So currently, globally, we have 68 million customers and we have over 82,000 employees. So at the heart of everything that Generali do we are a very purpose-driven organization. Our purpose is to enable people to shape a safer and more sustainable future by caring for their lives and dreams. But to achieve this purpose, we rely heavily on all our people, employees, partners, and agents, importantly, who is our key distribution channel, to deliver our purpose to the customer and to be their lifetime partner. So it is really our ambition to be a lifetime partner to our agents, and of course, in everything that we do, how do we deliver the results, or how do we deliver the ambition? It is through our lifetime partner behaviors. We are guided by our behaviors to deliver this ambition, and our behavior, simplification, human touch, and innovation. Strategic Plan Lifetime Partner 24. You probably have heard it many times or read it in news clippings and whatnot. But what does it really mean? It is our clear vision for the Generali Group in 2024 to be a leading European insurer and integrated asset manager because our strengthened presence in growing markets. We have unmatched financial strength to withstand all market headwinds. And as you guys know, we have been around for more than 190 years. It is a testament that we manage and we can stood through the test of times. We have gone through World War I, World War II, and many civil wars, and yet we are still standing strong. And why we are standing strong is because of our solid foundation as well as our foresight for the future. We are also championing sustainability, which is one of our key things for the company, because we believe that the future or the benefits or how the future lives should not be compromised but by what we are doing currently. And I hope all of you are with us in this. Lifetime partner commitment to deliver personalized advice and best-in-class customer service, because at the heart of everything that we do, customer is very important to us, and we have that in our mind and strategy. And we also recognize data-driven, and we want to be an innovator in this space because we believe data will give us a competitive advantage, and it helps us to make decisions faster and better. So what about Generali in Malaysia? Are we new in Malaysia? No, the group has been active in Malaysia since 2015 when it acquired Multipurpose Insurance Berhad, a P&C insurance subsidiary of Multipurpose Capital Holdings, to create MPI Generali. But in 2022, Generali Group completed two major transactions in Malaysia. That is the 100% stake in the joint venture of Multipurpose Capital Holdings and Generali, and also a controlling majority in AXA Affin General and life insurance in Malaysia. So what does it mean? It means that from 1st April, we are operating under a unified brand called Generali. Well, the servicing person that you has been working with you remain, and we remain committed, but on the upfront, we have changed our name to Generali Insurance. So these three companies, AXA Affin General Insurance Berhad, MPI Generali Insurance Berhad, and AXA Affin Life Insurance Berhad, is now known as Generali Insurance Malaysia Berhad, which is the P&C entity, and Generali Life Insurance Malaysia Berhad, which is the life entity. So we are now bigger, better, and stronger. And we are one of the largest general insurers and emerging life insurer in Malaysia, because through the acquisition, Generali is entering the life insurance segment in Malaysia for the first time. And we are leveraging on our global insurance leader strength with over 190 years of insurance experience and heritage. We are backed by a wide network of over 9,000 agents and partners, more than 1,600 employees, and 49 branches nationwide. And we are all here together with you to provide a better service to close to 2 million customers. This is our integration milestone, which we are very thankful to have you guys to be with us from the very first day. And we have gone through and we have worked very hard with all of you from the very first day. And right now, we have passed the customer day one, which is the 1st April when we launched the single unified brand. While our processes and IT system may not be fully integrated, we are looking forward to complete this exercise in 2024. So our goal in Malaysia is really to be a leading player in the strategic market for Generali. The sole reason why Generali Group has invested in Malaysia is because they see the potential in the Malaysian market. And we also aim to offer customers an expanded range of products and thrive from our technical excellence. Of course, comprehensive distribution network, which mainly comprises of strong agency network, which is you guys, are well complemented by agents, partners, brokers, and bank assurance and digital e-commerce channel. It is also our responsibility to give back to the community that we operate in and to drive inclusion and to ensure that, or to be one of the key players to lift up the penetration rate in Malaysia. So what do we aim to achieve? We need to make people aware of Generali's unity and strength that come from our heritage, credibility, and the people that we have served for many years. And we want to be a lifetime partners to our customers. So what we have done. So as you can see in the earlier slides, we have gone a long way since the implementation agreement to LD1 where you heard about the official news. But we have officially launched the brand on 1st April. And one of the first things that we have done is to rebrand all our materials, be it from signages, product materials, website, social media. And we have also rebranded 49 branches and are on the way to rebrand close to 500 agency signages. So you can see some of the images here. On top of that, we have also launched a new website and we have a dedicated page on the integration and some of the FAQ to help our customers as well as agents to read through and understand us a bit more. Besides that, social media is also one of the key to us as we have successfully integrated our social channels. So previously we have both the MPI Generali channel and XR channel, and now our social channels is Generali Malaysia. We are available on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So please do subscribe and like and also follow our channel. So social channel has been a very important channel for us to also reach out to our customers as well as public and agents, because that's when we will put some of the latest information and some of the critical message that we think would be useful for different stakeholders. EDM and SMS, we would be sending an EDM and SMS once in 2 to 3 months to update our customers about our integration journey and what are the initiatives that we are doing. But please be assured that the EDM or SMS sent by my team are focusing mainly on corporate information. We would not be, sending any specific product campaigns or any specific channel information. And besides that, renewal notice is also something that is ongoing. But besides renewal notice, what we have input is a paragraph to explain about our integration so that we can assist our customers. But despite all this, we think it may not be sufficient if we do not have our agents to deliver and convey the message to our customers. So with that, we really hope and rely on your support to ensure that the transition is as smooth as possible. So we have also put up a newspaper ad on 1st April. It's trilingual in the Star, Berita Harian, and Sinchu Daily. On 10th of May, we have also celebrated our brand launch event with close to 300 invited guests from industry associations, regulatory bodies, and colleagues from Generali Asia and Malaysia. But importantly, we also have our distribution channels, the partners and media friends. So the event was officiated by His Excellency Massimo Rustico, the Ambassador of Italy, and we have garnered over 2 million in PR value with over 20 media attendance. CEO interviews will be ongoing, so our CEO will continue to be in the news where they will share a bit more about insurance and how Generali can support our partners as well as customers in line with our lifetime partner strategy. So far you probably have heard that they have appeared on BFM, Fabrice on the 15th May and Rebecca on the 1st June. Our news on Focus Malaysia is also out, and we are looking forward for upcoming media interviews as well. And corporate brand campaign is another initiative that we have launched to boost up the brand awareness. So besides having radio ads in BFM, MyFM, His FM, and Sina FM, we also have 17 billboards nationwide. And the location that we select are in close proximity with the branches so that our customer would be able to notice and see the brand. On top of that, social ads and banners on Facebook, Instagram, and English news site are also available. So depending on audience and target interests, they would be able to view the ads. Educational posting on social media will continue because it's our effort to also promote the brand as well as to deliver community news, insurance-related news for our customers. The Human Safety Net Global Challenge. This is something that we have done, and this year we have first launched it to the ex and AGI colleagues because this is something relatively new. So what is the Human Safety Net? It is a foundation initiated by Generali. It is a global movement of people helping people because we believe that everyone deserves a chance and no one should be left behind. So this year we are raising funds to help to prevent malnutrition among children from high needs family in PPR Lembah Subang. And we have closed the fundraising. And thanks to your support, we have surpassed of our goal of 150,000. And in fact, the last figure from yesterday, we have achieved close to 240,000, and we managed to support 248 families. So a big thank you to all of you. Besides that, on the aspect of giving back to the community and the country, we have also launched Generali Malaysia Volare Scholarship Program. Okay, to give some fun facts, why Volare? Volare literally means fly. Fly and soar high to a greater heights for their future. And this is our very first scholarship program. It's designed to empower well-rounded and deserving students from diverse backgrounds to pursue their undergraduate studies in any local or private university in Malaysia. Unfortunately, we have closed the registration and we are in the midst of shortlisting the deserving students. So more news will be on this, so stay tuned. I think there's no better way to summarize what I've just shared, but through a video, and I hope you enjoy the video.
They say progress begins with change. Who we are today are shaped through generations. For over 190 years, we have evolved. We have grown. We have accomplished. We have stood the test of time to be by your side. But the one thing that remains unchanged is our commitment to shape a safer and more sustainable future by caring for your life and dreams. We are one of the largest global insurance providers, present in over 50 countries worldwide, all over Europe, South America, and Asia, with around 82,000 employees, dedicated to protecting what matters to you. We began our journey in Malaysia with the establishment of MPI Generali, with the full acquisition of MPI Generali and a controlling majority in AXA Affin Joint Ventures in 2022. we unfolded a new chapter with the launch of a single unified brand, Generali Malaysia. Now, with a renewed drive, we build on our expanded scale, expertise and strength, backed by more than 9,000 agents and partners, over 1,000 employees and 49 branches. We are committed to serve close to 2 million customers with the best-in-class protection solutions in both general and life insurance. More than just a leading insurer, we strive to be your trusted lifetime partner to deliver effortless and caring experiences with phygital advice and personalized solutions that fit your needs. Because here in Generali, we're all about you.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope the video is doing a better job in summarizing who is Generali Malaysia. So I will then go on to introduce our trademark. So what is trademark? So trademark are sole proprietorship of Generali and can only be used for authorized purpose. So one of our key trademark, of course, is our logo. And the primary logo is the one on my left, and the horizontal logo is on the right. And for most usage, we would use the primary logo, but for different spacing on materials and whatnot, we will be using the horizontal logo. So usage of logo can be done, but one thing that we want to remind everyone is do not crop, resize, recolor, or distort or reinterpret the Generali logo, because it must be used as it is. And for all logo usage, it must be approved by us. So if you need to use any of our logo and if you need the logo, please reach out to your servicing officer and they'll be in touch with us, right? So I will also take the opportunity to share a bit more about the do and don'ts of social media. And you probably wonder why social media specifically. It's because I believe and we believe that social media is an important part of our life. And basically there's no boundary between personal as well as business anymore, because it is a channels and platforms that we are using day to day. All right. So what would be the do's? We really encourage you to use social media responsibly. And you are encouraged to follow our social channels and share relevant contents with your customers. So instead of creating your own posts that you may need to do some facts gathering as well as finding the right image and whatnot, please share it from our channel, because then it will be easier for you. Make it clear that, everything that you comment, especially when it comes to business related topics, are your personal opinions, and if possible, please include a disclaimer statement. Be respectful to our customers, colleagues, individuals and communities, and always maintain separate accounts for personal and professional use. And if you have any media queries, public speaking engagement, be it online or offline, please reach out to us and we would be able to provide appropriate advice. Some of the don'ts would be, don't reply on behalf of Generali, and don't use Generali trademarks without prior approval. So it includes logo, tagline, our product name, as well as other name. And please do not respond to provocative topics, rumors, and speculations. And always raise your dissatisfaction or feedback, I would say, through the official channel. We encourage feedback to the company because that would help us to better service you and to support you. But we believe that social channel should not be used as the channel to raise your feedback. So as always, please reach out to your servicing officer. They are committed to provide their best support to you, all right? And some of the frequently asked questions to help you to better understand our social media guideline is, can I use the word Generali as part of my company name, website, or social media? So the answer is no. You cannot use the word Generali as your social handle or as your name of your product or agency. So for example, Samantha Generali, this is a social handle that you can't be using, or Generali agency M. It is also something that you can't use. So I hope you get a better sense of what you can and cannot do on social media. So what are the guidelines to set up an agent social channels and website? You are advised to take note on the below guideline. So for example, the name of your page, the URL, the Generali logo, which cannot be used as your profile picture, and the usage of the logo, if you need to, in your content must be accompanied by a descriptor. So what it means by descriptor is you have to identify yourself as an authorized agent of Generali Insurance Malaysia Berhad. If you have any questions on this, please reach out to your servicing officer for support. And some of the other frequently asked questions will be, can I promote Generali on personal social media page? Yes, of course, we strongly encourage you to. So remember to like and follow Generali social channels, which is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Because through the channels, you would be able to find the latest news, and it helps you to also share relevant information to your customers as well as other agents. So that's about it from me, and this is really just the beginning of our journey together with all of you. And we hope to get your support, and if you need anything on this topic, please reach out to me and the team or the servicing officer, and we'll be here to give our very best. Thank you so much.
All right, thank
you,
Alison.
Is there also any question?
Any question? I think there's a very good video and also a very good presentation slide. Thank you, Alison. Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
thanks, Jackson. Thanks, everyone.
All right, thank you. We will share the slide to all the agents. Yeah. So let me go to the next to the part number 2. All right, our section number 2 of today. So let me share my slide, everyone. All right. Our part number 2 as section number 2 of today is regarding the OnmiAG system floor briefing system demo. Let me welcome to my colleague, Mr. Grafley. Hi, Mr. Graf. Can you say hi to everyone?
Hi, everyone.
Yes, I see you. Okay, good. All right, now for today, before I pass the time to Graf, everyone, I want to emphasize today about this home protector enhanced. We will not touch the detail on this product because today is major on the OnmiAG system floor system briefing by Mr. Grafley. So I would like all of you to take note at below. All right, number 1, the home product enhanced will be harmonized, and we will briefing in 1st and 2nd August on 2023 because we are now is doing the harmonize this product. So the product launch will be on September. So please stay tuned. We will send out invitation to all of you regarding our harmonized product. So we'll brief to you this our new harmonized product HPE. All right. So if you want to know more about this HPE product, brochure and flyer, you can be download from our Generali corporate website, or you can request from your marketing officer. All right. Now, according to the product owner, OnmiAG system floor will be the same. It's unchanged. So now we have review about this OnmiAG system. All right. Now I pass the time to Graf. Can you please take over?
Okay, Jackson. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. First, let me share my screen. Share. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so as Jackson has mentioned earlier, this product will be harmonized and launched in September. Okay, but because the process flow of how to go about the issuance of this product will still remain the same, so therefore today we will what we are going to brief today is on how to go about it in the system. Okay, so about the product features and everything, that one will come at a later time. Okay, but today we are just going to showcase how it's going to get a general feel of what it's like to go about the system, which is actually pretty simple. Okay, so here I have, of course, I'm using UAT testing login. Okay, but the actual system will be more or less the same. Okay, there might or might not be some minor changes only based on what our IT department has told us. Okay, so the home protector enhanced, okay, is actually product name, okay, for the what we used to call the house owner or householder back in the fire tariff days. Okay, so from our system, okay, what you need to do is you come to the e-business section. Okay, I think, okay, my login is a bit shortcut. I think most of the agents, when you log in, you're supposed to go to your official, the Omni dashboard and everything before you click onto Omni to come to this page. Okay, so from here, you click create. Okay, so for the HPE, it's actually here. We are not sure whether this will be the name will be changed or rebranded not later, but at this current moment in the system, is shown as fire. Okay, but it's not actually the basic fire insurance that you all know about. That one is actually under the generic non-motor counter. So this fire is actually referring to this product, Home Protector Enhanced. Okay, so just to let you guys see what it's like on this page, okay, I'm just going to scroll all the way down. Okay. Okay, the page is just that simple. Okay, so now we're going to do a demo of how to start off. Okay, so from here, okay, you choose IC number, which mostly is going to be IC number since it's a private residence, but you can also use the company if it's company owned. Okay, we input the IC number. Okay, this is just a sample IC number. Okay, the period of cover is automatically set to 1 year. Okay, so it's not possible to change this. You cannot select it to be earlier than today. You cannot backdate. You can only base on today or any date later, and it's always going to be 1 year. Okay, so from here, you put the name, IC number, gender, marital status, occupation, address, it's a sample address, postcode, okay, state, okay, and file number. Okay, so that is the details of the policy holders. Okay, so what we know as a correspondent address. Now down here is the risk, the location of risk. Okay, so if let's say the property that you're going to insure is the same as what's above here, the same as the policy holder's address, okay, then you can just click like this. Okay, otherwise you're free to type in a different address. Okay, and also the insured name. Okay, insured name, because in our policy holder is only one IC number, okay, and one person's name. Okay, so if let's say, for example, some properties are own the joint name and would like to have the name in there for bank purposes or whatnot, okay, you can put the name, okay, and okay, it's just a sample lah. So this is where you can change the long insured name to appear in the policy. Okay, so we come down to the more important part here, which is construction class. Okay, so construction class, what we know as 1A is this one, fully brick concrete. Actually, this is both the same. Okay, or if let's say it's 1B, then it's 80% brick or concrete less than 20%. Okay, or if it's 20% brick, this one will be already class 2. So here we can choose whether it's apartment, bungalow, semi-detached, okay, or terrace house. Okay, this one is actually will affect the premium later on because there is a separate, a different rating for apartments, you know, and also the landed property. Okay, so for this test, let's try on the terrace house. Okay, so here it's either under mortgage, or already owned, or rented from others. So this construction year, this one, if let's say you have no idea, this one usually we have to ask from our clients. But if let's say we have no idea, you can put agak-agak number based on the locality of the area. A building height, if it's terrace, then okay, it can be 2-story, it can be 3-story, so it depends on what you know about the property. So okay, unit floor, this one is actually only for apartments. But for landed property, I don't think we need to put that in. Okay, then there is the questionnaire. Okay, insurance coverage is subject to fulfill the following terms and conditions. The building will not be left unoccupied for more than 90 days. Okay, it's in a good state. It's never been declined from other insurance company and no claims for the past 2 years. So if let's say there is a yes, okay, this one will also prompt, okay, that the case may go to our underwriters, okay, for approval. Okay, we do a basic one. Is there any mortgage? Okay, no. Okay, here is where you choose whether you want to cover the building or the contents or both. Okay, so it will come out with this slot if you clicked it. Okay, so let's say we do both lah. Okay, so for example, the building will be 500,000. Okay, so the premium will be automatically calculated here. Okay, this is the base premium. Okay, so as you can see, this 74, you can back calculate the rate is actually 0.0742 okay, for after our tariff rating, but you don't need to worry about that because our system will calculate all this for you. Okay, so the base premium, okay, these are all coverage based on what is available since the tariff and also some of the other non-tariff benefits. So non-tariff benefit, this will all be available in the brochure. I believe just now Jackson has shared the link and everything where you can go and look at the brochures and also the flyers. Okay, so you can study up on that first. Later on, there will be another briefing before the September launch. Okay, so after you put in the sum insured here, where the premium is auto calculated, now you can select what kind of add-ons you want, okay, and also the perils. Okay, so there's architect, survey, and consultant fees. Okay, these are actually all the same as what it used to be during the fire tariff times. Okay, so remove debris. Actually, if you don't have, there's already a free limit within the policy. Okay, so all these are just the additional one which if you want to add on. The rent is also already included. Okay, it's already included to a certain percentage. It's only if you want the extra, then you need to add it here. Okay, so I think more importantly is the perils. Okay, so perils, okay, the ones that you can take are the ones that you can add. These ones are the ones that you cannot put in because this is not a building, it's not a coverage for building. Same as the hurricane and the plague gas, these are all not coverage for the contents. Okay, so if let's say, for example, you would like to add in RSMD for the buildings, okay, and the contents, you just need to click it. Okay, the premium will automatically be added on later. Okay, so let's just say we are going to add that. Click next. Okay, so the unit floor, you have to put this one, you can put 1 because there is actually no unit for any terrace house. Okay, so it's just that simple. So everything will be automatically calculated based on the sum insured and also the perils or any add-ons that you put in. Okay, so we can save and preview here. Okay, so now the system will come up with this quotation information. Okay, here you can double check. Okay, what's the sum insured for the building, the contents, okay, what are the perils that's added, what are the premium. Okay, so from here, you can directly issue or you can print or send the quotation. So if let's say you click the print or send quotation, it will generate you a soft copy, okay, a quotation slip, okay, which you can download. You can download a copy and then you can send it over to the customers to confirm, okay, before you actually issue it. Okay, so like I said just now earlier, the long name you put in, we've changed it, so it will appear here. So once you print, if let's say we go back to the e-business, the main dashboard, okay, you go to the quotation site, here you will see it saved here. Okay, the quotation will be QFHH, okay, FHH is the code for, it used to be called householder, so this is the code for the home protector enhanced. So from here, let's say the customer has agreed or not, come here and either convert or if you want to update, change the limits or anything. Okay, so you can view, you can print again, directly convert, cancel, or update to change any details. Okay, so it will be available here after you save under the quotation side, fire, home protector enhanced. Okay, so let's just say we convert this to a policy without any changes. We just need to click OK. Okay, come back down here and click issue the policy. Okay, it will show successfully issued. Okay, from here you can print, send, can get a soft copy of the issued policy. So now it comes with the invoice. Okay, and it says schedule. So this is the official schedule. This is the policy itself already. Okay, so you can download a soft copy and send out, print. Okay, so after if you have issued it into a policy, then it will be on the main dashboard here itself. Okay, it will show here printed. Okay, so now, okay, just to complete the flow, the process flow, okay, for any cover notes or any policy security issued here, okay, you will need to go to the payment submission. Okay, for payment submission, you go to fire. Okay, under fire, you will find it here. Okay, so this one, you click submit. Okay, so from here you can choose total pay or net pay. Okay, and these are all the available payment modes. It's the same as all the other card notes we issue, whether it's motor, okay, or PA card notes. So you can use the direct online, or okay, you can choose cash. Okay, cash is actually a very generic one. If let's say you use cash, then you will need to send. Okay, you will need to download a copy of the submission sheet. Okay, and then send it over to your servicing officer. Okay, maybe by check banking slip, IDG slip, okay, or credit card form. Okay, cash is the generic one. But if let's say you want to do the online payment, then you will select the online, like the CMB payment gateway. Okay, so okay, this one we've done one here, complete process flow. Okay, so let's do another one. Okay, which okay, this one let's showcase if let's say there are different type of property. Okay, let us put some data here. Okay, so let's just say this time the address is not the same, okay, as the policy holder. Maybe this is his address, but he would like to cover a property. He has maybe multiple houses, okay. So he has another house which he wants to purchase insurance now. Okay, so let's just say it's another place, maybe this Lima. Okay, and let's just say the insured name this time would be the same. Okay, there's no changes, then you don't need to press on this. Construction class. Actually, no, apartment nowadays you won't find 80% brick or what. It's all fully concrete. So we will try the apartment one. Mortgage. Okay, this one, this definitely if let's say it's for apartment, okay, definitely you either need to ask for the client's data, or you can also search from Google. I think most apartments details data are available at all the property guru and whatnot kind of website lah. So you have information you can extract from there. Okay, so this one is referring to the building height, number of stories. So if it's an apartment, okay, you can find, like I say, you find data from property guru or whatnot on that apartment, okay, and get the full building height, or at least close to what is the actual amount of stories lah. Okay, because actually this one is most important because it affects the peril, which is okay, the bursting of water pipe peril, which actually already included anyway. So okay, unit floor, this one mostly, okay, I should put this here. Usually it's like a number, say 21, 5, 3 or something like this. Okay, so maybe it could be on floor 21. So you put floor 21. Okay, so for if let's say you have anything to declare, okay, we're going to do one test case here. If let's say, for example, based on all this, for example, if let's say it has suffered claims in the past, okay, So maybe you can prepare here claims 2022. Okay, water damage, every 5K, for example. Okay, mortgage, yes. Okay, we fully put ownership as mortgage. So let's say, and okay, from here, okay, let's just try to go to the end, save and preview. Okay, again, you will come to the quotation information page here. Okay, but at the end, okay, because this is a non-standard risk, because questionnaire number 1, okay, we declared because there was a claim, so it will require to be sent for approval. Okay, so if let's say you send for approval, okay, this you can still click. Okay, you'll still be able to generate quotation slip. Okay, but before you can convert this to a policy, okay, you will need to send for approval. Okay, so if you have sent for approval, okay, it will show send for approval here. And when you come back to your e-business page, okay, you go to quotation, okay, you will see print pending. Okay, when it's print pending, then you will need to inform, okay, you will need to inform your servicing officer, your marketeers, okay, because they will require the underwriters to review, okay, or to release the covenant. Okay, so once it is released, then it will turn into the printed status. Okay, and then only you can print it out. But at this point in time, okay, you cannot do anything already. You have to wait for them to approve. Okay, so after it's approved, okay, then only you can, okay, I'm just going to change this back. I'm just going to change this back so that it doesn't go into the print pending. Okay. Okay, so let's say after the underwriters have already approved, it will directly become a printed status right here. So from there, you can immediately convert to policy. Okay, so this one I clone it just to imitate as though as it's already become approved lah. Okay, and also if let's say sometimes in any case, sometimes if let's say you want to do any amendments, okay, you already sent for print pending, okay, but you find out that there's something wrong in the details or whatnot, you can always use this option to clone. So when you clone and then you save, you will come up with a different quotation number, okay, like what I did earlier. Okay, so from here, if you don't want it, you can also cancel the quotation. Okay, confirm. Okay, cancel successfully. Okay, and it will show cancel status. Payment submission. Okay. Okay, now let's do another one. When we show what happens if let's say you've issued and you would like to cancel the tower note. Okay, so if let's say you previously used the IC number before, the system will automatically save the data, so you can always just click yes and it will come up with all the address and phone numbers, everything again, so you don't need to type so many times. Okay, so let's just say it's the same address this time, same name, instruction class. Okay, so now we are going to issue one standard case policy. Okay, so after we've issued, okay, printed here. Okay, if let's say you realize that after you issue quotation, client has confirmed everything and you have already issued policy, but then only you realize there's a mistake, okay, you need to click here and press request for cancellation. Okay, request for policy cancellation. Okay, to like let's say, and confirm request. Okay, submitted for cancellation successfully, then you will see cancel pending. So the same as what happens when it's a refer case, right? Refer case is for print pending. Okay, so for cases that you issue and you want to cancel, it will be called cancel pending. Okay, this anytime you see this pending, that means you will need to inform your marketeers because they will need to get underwriters to release. Okay, so somebody will need to go into the system to either release the cancel, then only it will turn into this cancel status. Okay, and for those that already issued, as you can see, there's a policy number. Okay, those that are cancelled before issuance, okay, that only went into the quotation phase, you see quotation, but you don't see a policy number. That means this was never issued, it was only a quotation. Same like this one, you see a quotation number, print pending. Once it released, become printed, then only it will generate a policy number like this one. Okay, so anytime there is a policy number, okay, so for example, like this one, cancel pending. If let's say after the your servicing officer, the underwriters have already released the cancellation, it will show cancel status, but the difference between these two cases is that this one will have this number, the policy number, and for anything that already has a policy number and if it's cancel status, you will need to go to payment submission. Okay, go to under file and then go to the cancelled status. Okay, it will appear here. You will need to cancel it although it shows zero amount, although it shows zero premium. Okay, because otherwise the system will be, after I think after 7 days or so, the system will lock you from issuing further counters and remind you to submit this cancel. Okay, this is for our back-end system to tally up. Okay, so and there's also okay, let me issue one more and show you what's the difference in the color of the icon there. Okay, if let's say you issue the policy, if you issue any policy, right, and you never press this print physical copy, if let's say you didn't press this at all and you just click back, right, okay, you go to the e-business section, you will realize that the color here is different. Okay, so this is actually a marker for the e-policy subsidy. Okay, so make sure that after every time you issue a cover note, make sure you must click this print physical copy and click this print. Okay, and after you've done that, okay, whether or not you download is another issue. Then you come back to e-business, you will see that it's turned into red. When it turns into red, that means then this one will be taken into account when you receive your the e-policy subsidy. Okay, so I think this one is subject for some other time, but system-wise, this is how you tell. So it's always make sure that the icon has already turned red after you issue any cover note. Okay, so I think okay, maybe we do a payment submission for this one to showcase the different type of payment method here. Okay, so other than the cash which we tried just now, there is also the online payment. Online payment, okay, if let's say you are using the CIMB, okay, then CIMB bank, then use this one. Okay, payment link is for you to send it to the client's mobile or the email, okay, where they will use their own credit card to pay. Okay, Alliance Bank is for Alliance Bank credit card. So if let's say you have you are using any other bank's credit card, then it's this one. Okay, the other online payment. Once you click other online payment, it will come out as UPP payment. Okay, and you click submit. Okay, it will redirect you directly to this page where you insert the card number, expiry date, everything. Okay, and submit. Okay, once the payment has gone through, then you will go back to the previous page. But here, let's say we cancel. Okay, if you cancel, you will still generate the submission sheet, but of course, transaction voided, okay, because we didn't do any payment. So in terms of the system-wise, it will still show as submitted already. Okay, it will still show as submitted, but of course, back end will capture no payment. Okay, so what happens is if let's say you encounter any case where the payment fails, so you always have to make sure that once you've done your online payment, right, you always have to make sure you look at it to see that it's actually show as, you have to make sure it shows transaction successful, okay, and the status okay. Okay, because some agents maybe they overlook the things, they thought they key in their card number, everything, and they submit. They thought maybe it went through, but maybe sometimes the bank side also got glitch or something, and then maybe the payment never went through, and they thought they went through, and then they just leave it. Then it will come out later as though as you have not done payment. Then it will be even more troublesome to trace. So it's best that always after every time you've done the online payment, immediately check on this submission sheet here to make sure it's okay and successful. Okay, if it's not, you can immediately come to online payment history here. Okay, the not okay one, it will show up here. Then click this, click inquiry, and then from here, you can choose and submit again. Okay, and to make sure that the next time you submit, that the submission make sure it's successful. Or if let's say you want, you can also change to other payment mode now. Okay, so I think for this for this product, it's actually very straightforward. It's actually even more simple than most other products, because it's just all you have to do is insert the policy holder details here, okay, the risk location, questionnaire, and also the submission. Okay, so for the last one, let's add one. I think I didn't show what happens if it's a different address just now. Okay, so if let's say the address is different, okay, pin quotation. Okay, let me share the screen of the quotation page. Okay, so this is what the quotation would look like. Okay, after I will share the one that's issued so that you can see what it's roughly going to look like. Okay, so as you can see, the policy holder's name will be up here. Okay, and his correspondent address. So if let's say the location of risk that you issued the account is in a different location, here will be different. Okay, as you can see, it's different here. So if just now you click the same address, then these two addresses will be the same. Okay, so this is generally what the quotation would look like. Okay, so if let's say after we issue the policy, okay, successfully issued, print, okay, now this is what the policy, the issued policy will look like. Okay, the first page, instead of the quotation state, it will come up with the invoice. Okay, and it's called a schedule. Okay, so this one is already the official policy schedule, official document. Okay, so unlike most other classes of insurance, when you issue the cover note, the generic cover note, and then after that, you will still need for our backend to issue the full policy. For this HPE, the Home Protect Enhanced, there's no more. We have already done away with that. Okay, so this class is totally can be issued straightforward directly from the front end system. That means once agent issued this is the final document already. There's not going to be any more policy from our back end side to issue. So all the details, everything will already be in this whole PDF. See, even the policy jacket will already be attached in here. So this whole soft copy is what you send directly to the clients. Okay, I think as for the demonstration of how to issue, I think it's quite simple. So we've already reached to the end of what we are going to demo. So maybe I think is there any questions? Maybe we can take some questions from the floor, Jackson.
Yeah, Graph. I think in the chat room they got a few questions regarding on this system flow. Maybe you can have a look with the chat group. Maybe you can demo again what they are asking from the chat group.
Okay, hold on. Let me check on the chat room. Okay, there's one question on how can we create value for Smart Optimum Plus. Okay, unfortunately, after the harmonization of the product, from what we understand is that the Smart Optimum Plus, I think it will no longer be available as that product name. It will all be called under the Home Protector Enhanced product. Okay, next, what is the meaning of unit floor? Okay, unit floor, that means which floor, if let's say if it's a apartment, which floor is that unit sitting on? That means, for example, if let's say that is a 35-story apartment, which floor is the unit which you're trying to insure? Let's say your customer's unit is on the 12th floor, then the unit floor you'll put 12.
So, how about if landed, let's say one floor, first floor?
Then you just put the unit floor 1 only. If let's say, for example, it's a bungalow with 3 or 4 story, you still put the unit floor as 1.
Is landed?
Yeah, just put as 1 only.
Okay. So next one is please show the full selection. I think you just did the full selection.
Okay. Construction become material fact. Okay, construction, I think mostly it depends on where is the locality. I think most of the time in the city nowadays, all of the construction are already fully brick. Okay, most of the time it's more on the outskirt area that you will need to be aware of what is the actual construction. Okay, or the more outskirt, or sometimes you balik kampung, some of the houses in the old kampung is still what it used to be like 40, 50 years ago. Okay, so that one you will need to select the actual construction class. But nowadays in city, when we insure anything within the city, okay, most of the construction are already, other than commercial construction, like you say all those factory or whatnot, residential, okay, is already 1A. Now everything is 1A. It's all 100 fully bricks. Okay, and most people add glass panels or whatnot.
Don't know how to put the number. So you have to use your hand or finger to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 the number inside the system. So next, for construction class, which is the 80% bridge. I think this one Tan is already replied.
Okay. Is the household contents must be in full value or have choice for first value? Okay, for building, and okay, let's not say building lah. Okay, all of it lah, whether if it's the building or if it's the contents. Okay, so I think later on when you go through this briefing, okay, you will be briefed that for this Home Protector Enhanced, one of the feature is that there is no penalty for under insurance. Okay, there's no penalty for under insurance, so therefore you can actually put not full value. Okay, so I hope that answers your question.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I think if you go to the website now, I think you can download already the brochure. There's a section called the special feature. Okay, it will mention that this Home Protect Enhanced product already has no more per article limit. The per article limit, the 5% used to be under the fire tariff, and also there's no under insurance involved in this policy. So yes, you do not need to put full value.
Next is, can we print PDF?
Yes, all of the quotation and cover generated is on PDF basis. Okay, you will need to have the Acrobat Reader extension on your Google Chrome to make sure it pops out lah.
Can you show with the print quotation? Yep. Can you show with print quotation? I think we did show right just now.
Yeah.
How to print.
Okay, when you click the print quotation, there is supposed to be a pop-up. So unless if you don't see any pop-up, that means you need to set your pop-up blocker, okay, to allow. Okay, let me show you how to do it. Let me share the screen now. Are you all still seeing my screen, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, so from here you go to settings. Okay, under privacy security, you see site settings. Okay, you need to go down to pop-up and redirects. Okay,
yep,
here
the pop-up redirect. Yep.
Yep, you will need to make sure you press add and have these two, omni.generali.com.my and omni-sales.generali.com.my to be under this allowed to send pop-ups section. Okay, if you don't have this, then your Google Chrome will block the pop-up. You won't see the quotation. Okay, once you set this, okay, then if let's say you press this print document, press this print or send, then only it will pop up the Acrobat Reader, okay, with the PDF document. Okay, in my screen it's already pop up, but I'm not sharing that screen right now.
Okay. So let me move to the next questions.
Why does the online banking reference restrict to 6 digits? Online banking reference. Online banking reference, as in, I think you're mentioning the what you call that, IBG or check banking. Okay, if let's say you're using a check banking or IBG slip, I would recommend you to submit the account using cash. Okay, and then you email the submission sheet and your banking slip or whatnot to your marketing officer or the finance department. Okay, how to allow pop-up blocker, this one I've just shown. Okay, unit flow I just mentioned. If the agent fills up the answers wrongly and affected the policy, agent to be blamed in the event of claim. Questions like building height, age of building and others. Okay, building height, age of building and others is not so relevant. Okay, it's some of the data that we would like to have in our books also. But if let's say you fill in the wrong age or the wrong building height, it actually doesn't affect any claim, because as you know, this product actually also came from the fire tariff section 12, okay, before it became the tariff, and now it's become our own product. So even back during the fire tariff days, okay, the age of the building, okay, and also the building height, it never affected the rating or anything. Okay, it's only whether if it's classed under the 4001, whether it's a landed property, or 4008, whether it's the apartment building. That's the only thing that affects the rating. So how high, whether if it's a 30-story or a 50-story apartment building, it's still the same rating. So this is not a very, it's not something that will affect the policy, per se.
Okay. Let me move on to the next question.
Correct. What you can do is also you can get the completed proposal form from the agent first, so it will help you, it will ease you during your time when you issue it in the system. Why January not sync all in one portal? When I do the sales, I need to use one portal, and travel insurance I need log into it. Okay, that's why we mentioned that the harmonization of this product and also the system, it will all come after September. Okay, because for now I recall that there's still two system issue. Okay, but later on it will be harmonized under one system, which is why if you look at the e-business here, okay, as you can see, Travel PA is here. Okay, it's not available right now to any agents at all because IT is still developing. Okay, so they're still developing. That's why this is only the test. I'm using a test login. That's why it's here. Okay, it's actually for us to all run tests so that IT can complete it by hopefully by September lah. I'll go out.
Oops. Now you already post.
This will be available. So for now, please bear with the system first lah.
Now people know already.
Okay, click where to cancel policy. Okay, cancel policy is here. Request for cancellation. Okay, so request for cancellation, and then you need to inform your servicing officer. Okay, they will inform the underwriters to do the cancellation. Okay, once you request the cancellation, it will show under cancel pending. Okay, once the underwriters have approved the cancellation, then only it will turn into cancelled status. After issuance, need to do amendment, can clone the policy and submit the clone policy. Okay, yes, if let's say you need to do amendment after issuance, you can request cancellation of the old one, and while you are waiting for the old policy to be cancelled, you can immediately clone and issue the new policy out first.
Graph, what is the CSV in the system? CSV is the policy, right?
Oh, this one, you mean this one, the CSV?
Yeah.
Okay, the CSV is actually for you to generate Excel file, which is actually for you to get the data from your home screen here. Okay, I can click on it now.
Yeah, because it's a demo.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
CSV file. Okay, let me share you the screen of what the CSV file does. Okay, after you click the CSV file, the CSV button, it will prompt you to save a file. Okay, when you open that file, it's actually an Excel file. The Excel file is it's just a data of what is on your screen. Okay, so this is actually a feature for you to close this first. We go back to the client profile window. Okay, so this CSV and PDF is actually for you to extract the data here. Okay, because this is a test data, it's not a lot of data here. But if you go to an actual agent's screen, there will be a lot of things here. There are probably home protector, the gladiator, motor, some other generate non-motor counter. So sometimes agent want to print certain data. Okay, so for example, they want to see non-motor counter. You can click this, and your screen will only show non-motor counter. Then they can click the CSV to extract the data. Okay, so this is not so much regarding the home protector. This is actually more on OnmiAG function.
Okay, then we move to next question. Do we need to take
this CSV PDF is actually nothing to do with the issuance of the account. Account note is always click the create button only. This one is to generate a file to show you what to extract data on the screen only.
Okay. All right. Graph.
Okay, next, do we need to take UPP while making payment? No, after you click the other online payment, just click submit. Okay, payment status, where to see payment status? I believe I've shown just now under the payment submission. Okay, you can see under online payment history here. Okay, for any online payment, whether it's okay or not okay. Okay, and document here is for you to download again your submission sheets, which also can show you whether or not it's successful down here. Okay, the search should state as credit card payments or other online payments. Okay, why it shows other online payments? Because credit card payment is already one of the option there. Okay, and why? Because okay, this system has been using for quite a long time. This credit card is not an online credit card. This used to be okay, the time where you can put in 16-digit number. Okay, you add. Okay, I think this one I enter the dummy one. So in any case, this one is no longer in use. Okay, this one is last time when we key in the 16-digit, we add, we submit, then finance can swipe the payment based on the 16-digit written here. But after that, we have regulation change and everything. We can no longer do that. We must have the credit card authorization form from agent or from client. That means they must they must fill in the form and have the signature there. Okay, this is actually because to also prevent, because I think bank like are also cracking down all those fraudulent whatever credit card transaction, and it's also to protect the company and also the agents, because let's say for example, sometimes client may forget they already give you the credit card number to charge, and then after they say no, they tell the bank, no, I never asked them to charge you. Then they will make a complaint to their credit card bank. Then the bank do recall and this and that. And after that, end up, oh, they'll need, oh yeah, well yeah, time I give to my agent to swipe for my payment. Then it becomes a lot of trouble. So nowadays we cannot use this anymore. We have to use the credit card authorization form. So this credit card option is actually no longer in use. That's why I said, if let's say you want to do credit card payment, use cash, okay, add and submit, then fill in the credit card form and send your credit card form and the submission sheet to your servicing officer or the finance department. So that is why there is that old credit card payment slot there, which was never removed, and the new one now that we are using, the online payment gateway, we call it the other online payment. Okay, for payment, if I don't have CMB or Alliance credit card, use mBank card, we need to prepare your credit. You can either use the credit card form or submission sheet, or use the other online payment, which I've shown earlier. This one, other online payment. Your mBank card can be used with this one, other online payment. Shows you PV payment. You don't need to take, you can just click submit, it will still bring you to the payment gateway page. Description of property insured is auto-generated. Clients cannot add further details. Okay, I think here. Oh, this one is already printed. Okay. Further details. Let me clone one. Okay, so let me share the screen. Okay, can you all see the screen here? Okay, so when you mention description of property insured is auto-generated, I can add further details. I believe you are referring to this one, is it? The description of risk, is it? Okay, the description of risk, okay, I think we cannot change it, okay, and also we find that for the purpose of householder, there's also not much necessity to actually change it, because if let's say we are insuring building, anything that's part of the building will be the building. You cannot just insure house owner building and then you suddenly include, you know, other things which is, for example, like your refrigerator or your TV inside there. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why also we are not allowing people to change it lah. Okay, so if it's something that's building, it will automatically be covered. If it's not part of the building, it's part of the contents, then it will be under the contents coverage, whether or not you add in the wording. Okay, so I hope this answers your question. Okay, and next, policy covenant wording is too small. Okay, that one is in the PDF. You need to enlarge it, but when you print out, it's on an A4 paper. Don't worry. What is harmonize? Please explain. Okay, harmonize means we are combining. Okay, combining what the X MPI and X AXA products features. That's what we call by harmonize. It means we are putting it together. Okay, and
Yes,
also
correct.
of the system also. That means like both system into one system, combine it there so that you use just one system to issue everything. If select wrong construction, claim time got problem. Okay, construction, if let's say for example you, like I said, mostly it's 1A nowadays, but if let's say you insure some homes which are probably 1B or class 2 and you put class 1A, yes, unfortunately, if you come to a claim time, there will be issues. Of course, claims will ask for justification. So this is something that claims will handle, and I also cannot give you a definite answer now. Okay, so but most of the time, okay, claims will get back to the agents. Okay, what are the details you had when you issued this? Is it a genuine error, or okay, how come there is a problem? Okay, that is left for something that when claim time, then you have to deal with the inquiries by the claims officer lah. So of course, at the front end, we always try to get as accurate details as we can to avoid this. Okay, home protected contents in first loss. Okay, I've already mentioned you can consider it as first loss, or if we do not call it first loss, okay, we still would encourage people to insure full value. It's just that you are not penalized with underinsurance. Okay, it's still best to insure as full value. Can we have a comparison table with claims? I'm not sure if anyone has done this, but I think our product team, I don't think they are making a comparison, okay? Because our product team are trying to combine both benefits instead of trying to compare the benefits. Okay, what unit floor number to put for double? If for double story terrace, you can just put the unit floor as 1. What is the rate for home contents? Okay, home contents after the revised fire tariff 2.0, okay, the base rate is 0.338, if I recall, okay, 0.338. Okay, and as for the D tariff rating, it's a very complicated rating, so I also unable to give you the exact figure, which is why most of the time now, when you want to issue all this home protector, it's best to use the system, because all this percentage may change. So when any time the tariff rating or anything change, the first thing our our underwriters will do is to update all this data into the system. So the system will change the rating there. So when the system's rating has changed, when you key in into the system here to issue car loan, the rating will automatically be reflected here. So there is no one answer I can give you for the rate of the home contents also, because due to the complex the tariff rating and also environment where it might change anytime. Okay. Many times my participate in CPD hours does not update. Okay, this one I think have to inform the marketing officer. Okay.
Okay.
Pop up, I think I explained earlier. Payment issue just now after learning has made payment on motor insurance. Can we select pay net or pay gross? Okay, for anything you submit through the system, you can always choose net or gross. And after payment has been made, you still need to inform account attendant. Okay, if you have made online payment, you do not need to inform anyone unless you use the manual, which I said, the cash submission. Then you will need to send your submission sheet, payment advice to your marketing officer or the finance officer. It will affect the risk under JMB insurance. Okay, if let's say your clients are staying in apartments, of course their buildings are mostly already insured by the JMB. Okay, so for them, they are probably only going to insure their contents. Okay, take note there are also some very old apartments around that are not governed by JMB. So there are such apartment or flat that's very old, that's like this. Those kind of units, they will need to buy their own fire insurance for the building as well. So our business are guinea pig. I don't understand what that means.
Yeah. So next is for CPD hours, this one you can skip, and then the after making payment submission, how long will the system store the official receipt? I think should be Malaysia, right?
After you make the payment,
the official receipt.
The receipt here, you can extract the receipt, okay, from transaction date when to when. Okay, the system will have it unless there's something wrong with the system. Otherwise, you will always be able to search your receipt here. Okay, it will all be here. It will all be stored here for whatever.
Okay.
Is it can print all the brochure from this system? Okay, the brochure is not the brochure and everything is best you go to the www.generali.com.my website, corporate website.
Our corporate website, yes, yeah.
Yes.
Share with this system. Okay, this one I think she can refer to his MO marketing officer, or refer to the branch, nearer branch to have training for her.
Training for system.
Yes. Okay, then next. If client do online transfer, is it the same step?
If client do online transfer, then after they've done the online transfer, they have the IBG slip again. They send you the IBG slip, you do the cash submission, send the IBG submission sheet and the cash, send the cash submission sheet and the IBG transaction slip to your marketing officer. Payment link to client seems have problem. Try 2 times with different customer, unable to use. Okay, this one I'm not so sure. Jackson, maybe this one you might need to check.
Yeah, I think you have to check with the finance side.
The wordings are too small.
The wording too small, or
this one is because from the screen you see is smaller.
Small.
Yes.
Bigger screen.
Yes, you either need to zoom in but if you actually print out, it will be fitted on the A4 paper. It will not be as small as what you see when I share it with you on my screen.
Buy a bigger screen, I suggest. When I use
other online payment, I'm able to get the payment gateway. I'm able to get the payment gateway, as in that means the payment gateway don't load. this one I'm not so sure, because even our test data here, just now we were able to link to the payment gateway. Okay, good yield agency. I suggest next time when you use the payment gateway, if it doesn't load, okay, you get an actual screenshot of what your error is like, and maybe you need to advise your servicing officer and deal with the IT department to diagnose it on the spot.
Correct. Okay. Next is I'm using M-Bank credit card. That's good. Okay, and then another one is subsidized and.
Okay, no, the auto, it does not automatically include the deletion by default. You need to separately select it. Okay, I didn't showcase that earlier. Okay, let me do one. That one I can update. Okay, saved, update deletion. Okay, here subsidence and land slip. There is another subsidence and land slip deletion exclusion, which you need to click here. Okay, so there are two different ones.
Okay.
I think, okay, what is your definition of building? Kitchen cabinet, fix. Okay, that our definition of building is always what the building is like when it came. Okay, so if let's say, for example, like okay, it's kitchen cabinet, fixed house alarm, and fixed air conditioner outside part of a building. Okay, any fixtures and fittings that's already fixed onto the building, okay, then it is considered a part of the building. Okay, if it's not, then it is considered the contents. So like you said, the fixed house alarm, okay, yes. Fixed air conditioner, unfortunately, most of the time, fixed air conditioner, although it is fixed onto the wall, but this is something that is usually considered as contents because it's an electrical appliance, much like your TV or your refrigerator and whatnot. So what other is mostly like your gate, your auto gate, your windows, and also some of your alarm system. All that fixtures and fitting can be considered as a part of the building, but air conditioner mostly no. Okay, I think we move down. Okay, I think someone mentioned client may want to know the rate for the GMI home protector. Okay, so in our quotation, the rate will not be stated. Okay, it will only be shown as the premium. Okay, so what you can do, of course, they can back calculate and they can find the rating lah. Okay, but again, this rating can and may change. That's why we don't also inform people of the rates. And also, actually, rating is internal thing. Okay, so as for agents also, it's actually not good practice to also to review the rating of the company to clients. Content claim, how do we claim value? How do our claim value the claim according to invoices? Why the insurer doesn't keep full list of content value? Okay, if let's say you're mentioning about the contents, okay, personally for me, most of the time what I do is I will advise my clients to keep soft copy of receipts. Always keep a soft copy and a hard copy, okay, of your high value items. Okay, all your small items you don't keep is okay, but for your high value items, it's always best to keep your hard copy and also a soft copy on the cloud or whatnot. Okay, so at the time of, because like you said, in the time of claim, sometimes things may be obsolete or whatnot. The claims also very difficult to determine. So that's why when it comes to house insurance contents claim, there's always a lot of dispute, and then there's a lot of claims. The amount would be reduced, because of uncertainty or whatnot. So keep high value invoices is a good practice that you should actually educate your clients. Okay, and only Generali card can have payment gateway. No, I think the other card, as I mentioned, can use the other online payment. Generali property insurance or fire rating different to house owner based on number of story. And different house owner based on number of story and age of building. Yes, that is because that is under the fire insurance, under mostly the self or the special rating. So that is a different calculation and it will affect. But for householder, okay, the age of the building, the number of story will not affect the householder. That means anything that's do with the section 12 of the fire tariff, since last time it's never affected the rating. Home protect enhanced for connect, is it an all risk policy as in current? Okay, this is one of the product features that is still undergoing the harmonization. So at this point in time, okay, the home protected enhanced for the content is not to say an all risk policy lah. The cover is wide, but not as wide as an all risk policy lah. System training for new agents, okay, that one.
Yeah, Graf. Let me to answer on this system training for new agent, where and how. This one we will arrange with FATA. We will arrange the training system for new agent, and when after the harmonize the product on the August and on September as well. All right, I think we still got a lot of questions inside in the chat group. Graph, I think we exceed the time is 11, now already 20. So Fata, can you take down the question? Then we will give the MO to answer and give it to the agent. So thank you for everyone to enjoy our system briefing flow on this home product enhanced. I think you have a lot of questions regarding on this product. All right. Never mind. You can always contact our marketing officer to get more about information about this product. All right. Thank you, Graf, for today.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.